Ladies, gentlemen, water, water, everywhere, nor any drop to drink. I'm sure all of you are familiar with Samuel Taylor Coleridge's rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Well, despite this accent, I live in the southeast of this great land. And like the Ancient Mariner, we have water, water, everywhere, nor any drop to drink. So what our wise government suggested? 100,000 new homes. The problem of where to find water for 100,000 new homes weighs as heavily on us as did the albatross around the neck of the Ancient Mariner. Already this year, 7 water authorities have introduced hosepipe bans. Yet we need more water. We don't have any water. It's all been used up. You would think that water just goes on and on and on. It does, it can't leave the planet. Well, a few litres in a spaceship now and again, we don't miss it. We don't grudge them it, they'd be a bit lost without it. But it's not going round quick enough. We're not filling the reservoirs. One water authority has even gone so far. Those of you in Kent may know, water meters are now compulsory in Kent. Water meters being compulsory, I think, could well be the first step on the road to rationing. Can you imagine on the streets of Margate and Maidstone, some little spiv with his fedora and his tash? Do you want to buy some water? I make light of it, but it's not so funny. Each person in the country uses 50,000 litres of water a year. That's 2 full road tankers. Just think if you had to get that delivered. It just doesn't bear thinking about. In a long street it would be jammed every day. So we go through masses and masses of water, and the southeast is running out. I say to the north, we want your water. How are we going to get it? I'll tell you in a moment. But first, just in case you come up with any other harebrained schemes, like desalination, because we've got more salt water than anybody else, it's very, very expensive. Ask the Arabs and the Israelis. They can't afford it. Another harebrained scheme is to tow some icebergs down from the Arctic and stick them in a dry dock. A feasibility study was done by Israel, and it was only marginally more expensive than desalination. And that's because it's a bit warm on the way to Israel, and they kind of melt a bit. Down the North Sea it's not melting. So, how are we going to get the water? Can we pump it down? Well, no, because we need millions of gallons, and each gallon weighs 10 pounds. The weight of water to be shifted doesn't bear thinking about. What else can we do? Can we deliver it in those tankers? It's a lot of tankers and a lot of expense. We could copy a French scheme to deliver it through the canal system up and down the sluices at night. Okay, if you live in a canal boat it might get a bit rocky, but we would get your water. Would I drink water that had come through the British canal system? I've seen fish trying to get out of the British canal system. They've tried to commit harry-carry with a crushed up Coke can. I've seen shopping trolleys that look like life began on them, hanging in the canals covered in slime. There'd need to be a lot of cleaning done. before I drank anything that passed through the canal system, and probably through the system of several canal users. The solution is simple and cost effective. Melons. I'm going to get an EEC grant to plant melons in the north, because it's not a crop that will add to the Green Mountain, and I can then transport those melons down south. You won't even notice your water going, and I can store them until we need to crush them. Having crushed the melons, I can ferment the pulp into eco-diesel and thereby pay for the transportation costs. Now see, there's people up the back there saying he's gone mad. But have I? We need to employ alternative thinking to the problem of water. We don't have enough water in the southeast, and we're trying to expand the country. So let me go back briefly to Planet Sensible and just make an appeal that's been made 1,000 times before. Do what your water authorities ask. It's not difficult. Don't put your dishwasher on with 2 plates and a spoon in it. Don't put one cardigan into the washing machine because you think your mum looks like a trollop going out on a date. Use things wisely. If you've got a dual flush toilet, bit of thought. When you use button 1, when you use button 2, work it out. There are lots of things you can do. A rain barrel in the garden, plant some Mediterranean plants, enjoy the climate change. Get the water from the north somehow, we'll work it out. Other government schemes? Take a shower. Bath with a friend. Incidentally, ladies, if you haven't got a friend, I'm in room 504. All I ask is that you just give some consideration and some thought to water, which after all is the bringer of life to each and every one of us.